and welcome to another episode of Keys to Success for Music Majors. I'm Charley Roush, and I'm a librarian at UTRGV. I specialize in music research, but I can also help with other subjects.
And I'm Katrina Roush. I'm a professor of music theory at UTRGV. Today we wanted to talk about a topic that seemed timely, with it being about midterms. We want to talk about assessing how you're doing in your classes. And while I was thinking about this topic, it reminded me of a conversation that Charley and I had this weekend. Totally, this conversation happened.
Oh yeah, this conversation,
like word
totally,
for word.
yeah.
Totally happened. Totally happened. So, all right, it went a little bit like this. Charley was watching football. So, Charley, how's the game going?
Yay, football! Are you ready for some football? I'm excited. I'm happy because I get to watch some football. It's really sad because things are so weird right now, and I understand why a lot of sports are not happening or being postponed, or it's just atypical. That's okay. We want everybody to be safe. But I'm also really happy to get a chance to watch a game, so
does the stadium kind of looks
like
this?
Oh, totally. Yeah, it's empty, and they're piping in noise from from just a recording, so it's really weird to hear fake crowd noise.
Strange.
Yeah, strange. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're doing
the game.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're winning.
Right.
Yeah,
Woo.
we need to just make it to the end, and it's
right.
okay. But we're
right.
ahead. It's like 42 to like 14. So
hey, that's good.
I know, right?
Yeah,
right.
That's
so
awesome.
Just a little bit more, and we're gonna get it. But it's been a weird game.
Oh yeah, how so?
Well, okay. The quarterback is a little nervous, I think, because he is throwing the ball and he keeps hitting his own teammates in the back and in the head. It's really strange. And they're like knocked out cold. He's throwing the ball really hard.
Well, he does have a good arm.
Yeah, but he's just misdirected right now.
Not good.
Okay. And so, not only that, but the star player got injured.
Oh, no.
He really got injured, and I don't think he's going to be able to play the rest of the game. But we're going to win because we're ahead, all right? And this is also kind of frustrating, but we scored a lot in the first quarter, but we stopped scoring after that. We aren't making any more points, and then the other team is like they're scoring a lot more now, and so that's a little bit concerning, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, but where are you in the game? Is it about done?
I forgot. The coach kind of got ejected from the game, so the head coach is no longer with us for this game. Yeah, weird game. So to answer your question,
so you're almost done, right?
Well, no. We're going into halftime.
Oh.
So it's halftime right now. The players are taking a break.
Well, that's not bad though, right? Like halftime is a good time to kind of reflect and see where you're going and what you can do, right? So
I like halftime. It's a good time to get a little rest, and the marching band is playing, and it's all kinds of fun.
I like the band.
Socially distanced, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. But yeah, I just like halftime, right? It's inspirational.
It's great, yeah.
It's exciting, and the players are resting, but they're also being pep talked to by the coach, and he's saying things like, "We're gonna win, and you gotta fight hard." And I can just hear it now, Coach Taylor from Friday Night Lights. He's like, "Guys, you gotta dig in deep and fight hard and be the best you can be. And there's no I in team, and we're gonna win." And he's saying, "Clear eyes, full hearts, please don't lose." And he's saying, "Guys, you dig in a little bit longer, and I'm gonna take you out for ice cream after the game. And then we can all go home, and it'll be a nice time to relax and watch Star Trek 4. It's gonna be the best."
Wait. Okay. Well, first of all,
he likes Star Trek 4.
But just enough with the Star Trek.
Understandably, all right.
But the rest of what you're saying, I think there's probably a little bit of pep talk happening. Definitely
a lot.
Marching band is happening.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's all that goes on at halftime.
Well,
and also right now, this halftime.
Yeah.
They probably need some pep talk. But
yeah.
There are some other really concerning things you told me about the game, right? So
sure.
They have to maybe reevaluate their strategy because...
Well, that other team was scoring a lot, and
they were trying to score a lot,
yes.
Which means maybe the other team is on to your strategy, or maybe...
Good point.
Maybe they finally got their second wind, and you're starting to get tired.
Yeah, a lot of people are injured, too.
If a lot of people are injured, you got your second string in, and so that really changes the dynamic.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the coach is so inspiring, and Star Trek... Okay.
True.
Yeah.
But, even an inspiring coach sometimes needs to speak hard truths sometimes and say to your team, like, here are some things we need to reevaluate, and here are some things that we need to do differently. So, I think probably individual players are thinking themselves about, like, what can I do differently going into the second half? Because so much is different. So,
particular things you're saying, like adjustments.
Yeah, like strategies.
Okay.
And maybe
I'm with you.
Maybe throw in some different plays to throw off the other team.
That's a good idea.
Maybe stretching. I don't know.
You sure you've never done this coaching thing before?
I haven't, but I've considered it.
I don't know. Mine would be more inspiring, but
I'm kind of a hard nose.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, this is kind of like assessing yourself for your classes, right? So we're now at halftime? We're at midterms.
Yeah.
And so now is a really good time to kind of step back and reflect. So one of the things that you can do when you're reflecting in your class is you can see, what is my current grade? What do I have? What's my score? So, it could be really high or it could be struggling. It could be somewhere in the middle. But that's a really good place to start, to say, what is your current grade?
Sure. But maybe it's not the only way to guarantee that success will happen in the big term. Kind of like my team being ahead may not have been the only indicator that they were going to win. Other things were potentially necessary.
That's right.
So another way to dig past that initial metric is to say, how well do you feel you understand the material in class? Because often coursework can be really simple at the beginning when they're introducing things in the first few weeks, but it can get a steadily bit more complicated over time. And so you need to be always asking yourself, how are you feeling with the way things are right now as concepts have built in complexity?
Mm-hmm. That's good, because generally classes do get harder as they go along.
Sure.
And so sometimes you even have a review or something at the beginning, so that might have felt easier.
Yeah.
Another thing you can ask yourself is, how are your outside commitments affecting your time management? So this isn't necessarily a bad thing. You may have more or fewer commitments than you did before. We all have things other than school that we have to deal with or that we want to deal with, and that's perfectly fine. But it's good to be able to assess how those are affecting your schoolwork as well. So if you have a change in job or living situation, or your family is doing different things that you have different commitments with them, these are things to take into consideration when you're thinking about how well you're going to do, or how the semester will go from here.
And then the last thing on that is, do you know how to reach out for help? We can always see times when we need a little bit of assistance to get us back on track. We're not just doing this on our own in an isolated way. So do you know who to go talk to if you have a question, or if you need a little assistance with a concept with your class, or you want some help with your writing, or any other aspect of it all? The real neat thing is that at a place like UTRGV, there are a lot of places that you can go to get help all throughout the semester, not just right before a test, but really any time along your class. And I want to talk about a few of those very quickly. So obviously the first one is, you can talk to your professor. And I'm guessing your professor really wants to know that you're invested and present with the material, and you are happy to reach out if you feel like you need a little help. They're more than happy to help keep you on track. And this is just throughout the semester, but especially right now at midterm, a great time to think about this type of thing. Really, sometimes we wait till the very end and it's almost too late and all the weeks of class are over. So talk to your professor frequently and often if you have questions.
Another thing you can do is you can get some tutoring help. It's tempting to just ask your friends to help you, and sometimes that's okay, but you don't really need to do that, because here at UTRGV, we have free tutoring available for you. You can go to the Writing Center for help with a writing assignment. You can email them at that address that I have on the screen there. You could also contact the Learning Center. The Learning Center has tutors for a lot of different classes. So even if it's not a music class, if you need help with math or science or something like that, they have tutors there. And you can, like I said, you can get tutoring for free from the Learning Center. There are also specifically music theory and ear training tutors that we have set up for you. So you can get help with your music theory or ear training classes, and they have specific hours that they can help you. You don't even have to visit them in person. You can just do it online. And if you want to take advantage of that, please ask me or any of your theory professors for more information on that.
Alrighty, and another is you can always contact a librarian if you have any questions. We're very happy to help with your research and assignments. Mainly, we are good at helping you track down resources or coming up with some strategies. We're not quite the same as what a tutor would do. We're not necessarily going to walk you through your assignments step by step, but we can give you ideas on where to look or what to check or how to get to something, because we have access here at UTRGV to a lot of resources, and they're here to help you through your studies. So definitely take advantage of the help librarians can provide. At the end of the episode, we're going to show you a few emails that we regularly put up, and just a way you can know to contact a librarian.
And our last suggestion today is to form a study group with other people in your class. One of the best ways, I think, to be able to tell if you understand something is being able to explain it to someone else. This is true for me as a teacher. I got a lot better at music theory when I started teaching music theory. There's something about having to explain it to someone in a way that's simple and clear that lets you really know if you really understand a concept or not. So a study group is a great way to do this. You can take turns talking about different concepts in class. You can share notes in case you miss something in class, somebody else might have gotten it. Or you can also look at past assignments and talk about different things that you struggled with. And your peers are often a really good way to help. I did study groups all through college, especially with my music history classes. Those are my hardest ones. But I had a couple friends I always studied with, and we always got better grades because of it.
Okay, so just wrapping up here, as always, there are multiple ways to get in touch with us if you have any questions. So please avail yourselves of the email addresses. Send us an email if you have any questions. You can contact Katrina or myself directly, or you can contact Research and Instruction at the library if you have questions about general research strategies. And you can also send us an email about this podcast if you have any tips or things you are interested in us talking about, and we're always happy to receive your feedback. So that pretty much wraps it up this week, and just want to say thanks for being a great audience, and I wish everyone the best. We're getting there. We're making it through. We're halfway. So go team, right?
So we can still have those pep talks too,
heck
right?
Yeah.
You guys are going to get this.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, and have a great week, and we'll talk to you later.
We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.